on mute. Classic. So it should be an exciting stream today. We are going to be trying to complete Limgrave. This computer is not going to play ball. Nope. Alright. Let me see. Oh yeah, should be fine. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to explore Limgrave, and we're going to see if we can finish off some of the areas that we might have missed. So just need to charge this laptop. Oh goodness. Right, there we go. Because I had a look at an interactive map today, and it does look like I've missed quite a bit. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fire up my laptop, get the map up, and then work out, potentially what we want to do. Probably won't try and do absolutely everything, but if there sounds like there's an interesting boss, might go ahead and do it. It's a big day at work today. Very busy. Now I've got a big pile of cookies in front of me. Most ridiculous espresso I've ever seen. It's got to be like 120 ml of pure espresso. Strong stuff. So I have a feeling there's going to be a bit of a long stream. Fuck, it's hot. God. I'm so sensitive when it comes to hot food or drinks. It's ridiculous. Alright, we don't want that profile. I've been craving something sweet since last night. Had a dinner with friends, made burgers, wings, pretty nice, but no dessert. And yeah, pretty keen to nibble on something a bit sweeter. Okay, so how do I do this? Okay. I just might take a while. Alright, so let's put on this thing. So I have explored this cave before, but it looks, based on my research on the map earlier, it looks like I missed a bit. And also this heads, apparently this is the way you get to the island. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I missed that item. Did I even go in here? Oh, here you go. Wow. It does look like this is a bit of an early game balance. But it is what it is. I think that's going to be the experience. I actually think that that's going to be the experience for a lot of this playthrough. Even in Caleb. But these things are not doing damage to me. Like, I can most probably just wail on this thing. Just beat it down. Ooh, tailoring tools. That sounds interesting. Yeah, a bit unfortunate for them, but... I have a bit of an explorer of this cave, though. Yeah, I'm thoroughly confused. I thought I fully explored Coastal Cave. No, one of the first caves I stumbled across. Alright, so... let's see where this leads. That'll take us back to the start of the cave, but I don't know if I want to do that. This is not the way we came in. Yeah, we definitely have not been here. Falchion? That seems like a decent drop. I mean, I think Falchion is pretty shit in the other games. Like, it's pretty average. Ooh, yes, okay, so we're on the other side now. But, yeah, a random drop from a pretty weak enemy. Kinda cool. Alright, well, let's explore this little island. Side of Grace. Looks like there could be some enemies in there. Ah, another dragon church. There was one in Caleb as well. Very pretty and overgrown. We have fought one dragon so far. The dragon in the Lake of Wingrave. The swamp area. That wasn't too bad. Too bad at all, really. Yeah. Strange little island. Doesn't seem to have particularly much going on here. I guess it makes sense that you'd put a grace site here, because I think that you can trade or craft items, like it's some kind of pseudo crafting that you do at that fire. Yeah, it looks like there really isn't anything particularly exciting to see or do here. That's right. So let's see what we can see. Laptop still doesn't want to fire up. It's okay. I think there was something else near here. Coffee is nice. Ah, this is the beginner area. It makes sense that I would have missed something here. Ah, okay. Which is what I did. I came out and I hit the tree sentinel immediately. And yeah, fought that, and I guess once you do that, the instinct is just to move on, and that's what I did. So I reckon there is something hidden for us here, from memory, from looking at that map. I'm pretty sure there was. So perhaps it's on this lower level. We'll go around this side. Yeah, that tree sentinel fight was fun. The Knight's Cavalry has a similar sort of solution to it. You just gotta sort of know how he reacts to you depending on where you're standing. Because his really dangerous attacks aren't his massive attacks. His really dangerous attacks are he does a slam with his horse. That's a really dangerous one. And it's dangerous because it just chips away at your health. One thing this game does not give you is a local map. Like local areas on your map, on your compass. You know, whereas if you look at games of Elder Scrolls vein, you know, you're getting that, which is quite helpful for local exploration. You know, whereas this is just you have to kind of mess about. I think the balancing fact is that this, even though it's a big world, it's not that big. At least locally speaking, you know, everywhere, if you see something locally, like if I look up there, I can easily get up there. It's not too much of an issue. Okay, so I'll get out and deal with these idiots. Very susceptible to circle strafing, these guys. So I do have the rainbow stones. Okay, well that's death down there for sure. I've used those a couple of times actually. So before yesterday I didn't stream, but I did actually play a little bit, and I really explored a lot of Stormvale, and I managed to find a few like nooks and crannies that I hadn't found before, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm having any luck finding finding the cave. Throw a restart down on this laptop. But I still haven't finished Stormvale, which is ridiculous. This area here remains elusive to me. So, what we're going to do is explore Leonia of the Lakes, I think, a new area. Actually, I might throw down that map marker again, funnily enough. Like exactly where I had it, because I want to go to this, this thing. This thing is annoying. Oh, probably don't want to fight this stuff, actually. They're not very fun enemies, in my opinion. They're just pretty average. So let's see if... I think I'm heading the right direction. Definitely need to find this other map marker that I've got lingering about. Where is it? So confusing. Okay, if she's not up here, she's got to be... Alright, good, she is here.
Hello. It's rather chilly here, isn't it? My mistress sent me off on an errand, but I was accosted by a ruffian. And now I'm in a bind. Could I ask you lend a hand? Perhaps. That thug made off with a precious necklace. I need someone to retrieve it. Only, he too is tarnished. If you've any qualms confronting your own, I shall find another.
I'll hear the request.
Thank you dearly. What a blessing that we've met like this. The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way. Please, I must have the necklace back.
Necklace E.
The thug should be resting at an abandoned home down the way.
Down the way.
I must have the necklace back.
Just need to get more cookies. That's interesting. So there should be some kind of shack. I hope she doesn't mean that entire castle thing. And by down the way, I think it's a bit unclear. But I guess we'll keep an eye out for a shack.
The thug should be resting at an abandoned home, please.
Wouldn't want to give me general directions, but you know. Got a lot of stuff on my taskbar here. It's the kind of stuff we don't really need in a bind, so... Man, I'm really sick of these. There we go, get rid of that. Ah. Normally I make a habit of getting rid of them. But yeah, there is another one, and I suspect it's in the river, which can't be accessed other than that massive elevator. Okay, so what we're looking for is a telescope. Ah. So Stormvale is there, I believe. Is that right? Yes. Okay, well that's interesting. Yeah, okay, let's look at this fire. That should be a merchant. Ooh, it's a grey stew. Nice. Is that Patches? He's not the biggest fan of me, that Patches.
Oh well, it's me. I'm still in business. Now I'm my only supplier, so I haven't got Patch's Emporium. Cheers for that.
Tempted by the stone sword keep. I won't lie. That's the most expensive we've ever seen. They may progressively just become more expensive. Like that might be what is happening there. Rhea the Scout. I guess Rhea was that hunched over lady. Kind of tempted to push that way. a little bit. Chrome might work now. Ah. I'd head back here and see what's what first. So that was 1. Number 3. Ludicrous stuff. So number 3 is northwest. Oh, there it is. Okay. Actually, perhaps that's not a bad idea. So let's mark that out. That's fine. There's this as well. I'll probably try and stick my exploration to the lake for now. And then we'll ascend up. Really keen to explore these because I have a feeling they're mines. That's what I hope it is at least. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking for 1. This asshole. Not interested in smacking him to death for a few runes. That looks interesting. Or is that just a regular enemy? Yeah, these are just regular enemies. Just had a phone call. Alright, so I wanted to get rid of the poison effect anyway, so that was interesting, I guess. Try and go down here. This area seems to be filled with all sorts of interesting stuff. Is that a demi-human? Ooh. Okay, so these guys are a little bit tougher. Try and pick off as many of the little ones as possible first. Because that looks like the boss we just fought. And if I can deal with the gang first, that will bode well for us. But yeah, curious to see them here. I wonder if there's a level. Glass shard. So this should be tougher than that boss we just fought. Same moveset though. I think it'll potentially even less health. Devastating. Yeah, not that much tougher. But it's okay. I mean, this is still, I would say, what? Like, this is the area... you do Godric before this. Maybe this is considered mid-game, I don't know, early mid-game. But it does make me wonder if there's a dungeon here. Still haven't properly gotten used to the horseback moveset. Aha! Crystal Cave. Now this could be a challenge. We have been in something which was of a crystal type before, and it was quite difficult. That was right after we killed. We were still level 1 when that happened. Actually, let's level up. I will pop a soul here. Eat some souls. I'll finish my coffee as well, actually. So keep going strength. We'll probably go strength until endurance or vigor are an issue. Or we find a quality weapon. Ah, yes, okay, so my intuition was correct. Okay, so it looks like R2, a direct R2 hit does one-shot them still, which is nice. But yeah, going to Caelid first and just banking souls in that area. Even in this area, I feel quite overpowered. Even in Caelid, I eventually felt quite overpowered. But I've also just come off the back of Dark Souls 3 level 1 as a first playthrough, so pretty comfortable with with Souls controls. So it does look like some of them are weaker than others. Interesting that I just delayed one of my attacks a little bit, and it worked in my favor. This looks like it would be a boss fight. Like a pseudo boss fight, perhaps. Okay, so we could be dead here. Whoop. That was obviously an incredible mistake. Too easy. Had a bit of a mishap there with the lantern. So that's where he came down. Ooh, spear talisman. That's nice. I do actually have the hammer talisman. I'm not wearing it though. But currently got the stamina one on and the critical hits regen health, which is just broken in my opinion, like actually broken. Okay, so I think potentially we have just cleared this little cavelet thing here, so we'll have to see where else we can go. Alright, so it looks like it's a full commit now. That's fine, we just leveled up, so we're not carrying too many runes. Crystal Cave Moss, okay, so that's new. That was a risky jump as well, didn't know anything would actually be underneath me. New enemy as well. Ooh, little seats. Little snail seats. That's kind of cool. Okay. I think this is the way. Decent rune. Keen to see what the boss is here. This is very, very reminiscent of Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 1. So let's put our rainbow stones back on and see if I can make this jump. We'll have to see if there's a way to farm these, because that didn't seem to do us too much good. Maybe the trick was to use the crystal pillar. +4 smithing stone, you know, I'll take that. I think our next upgrade path is into +3. Ooh, I don't have very much health. Currently we're at +7 here, so I think we need, in total... Oh, it looks like running R1 kills them. Good to know. We're at +7, so I think you need 4 and then 6. So 10 for +9. Bloodhound Knight. Not what I was expecting, perhaps. I think we fought one of these guys already. In the Everjail. Okay, so it looks like jumping R2 is not the answer. Wasn't expecting the follow-up. Okay, I should have expected that though. That's okay. We're good. Wouldn't mind dying here, honestly. Yeah, okay, so we got it. We got it. Also missing the Cerulean Amber Medallion. So I think this is something to do with our faith points or whatever they're called. Oh, go this way. Raises maximum FP. Cool. Yeah, okay, so we got the Crimson one as well earlier. So... yeah, not the best performance in that fight. I'll take a win. Tempted to come back down here and get that item. I think the problem that I have with leveling up. Ooh, shack.
Fell tarnished. What do you want? I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess. Or have you come? Was my other half?
Decent loot. Now, was that hunched over lady talking about this shack? She was talking about a locket or a necklace or a medallion that had been stolen from her, and that some thug was in an abandoned shack or a shack down the way. You know, obviously with no clear directions, classic, but and she's just mentioned a thug. And a medallion. I'm not entirely convinced there's a path for us here. Even though that looks like level down there. I just don't think it's going to be accessible from here. I mean, even with Torrent, whom I can access, I don't think it's going to be possible. Alright, let us... Seems an odd place for a grace, though. Guess it is what it is. Alright. that was cool. Not what I was expecting for a boss. For sure. Definitely not. But okay, so we explored that. That's where the demi-humans were. Kind of keen maybe to check out this land island. And this as well. So 1 and 4. Now, I would have thought that some NPC would spawn, some ghost, and show us the way. Perhaps not. Apologies if you see my my vertical screen move in strange ways. Wonder if these guys just want to talk. No, that guy took a good amount of damage. Oh, right, I thought it was this guy. There's definitely a bit of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles here, for sure. So it looks like leaping R2 does stagger them. Pull out the Misericord, finish them off. Absolutely brutal. Ah, sorry I missed your message. Yeah, so actually let's take a look at my inventory. You see, I have half of a medallion. I assume it's a key item. Yeah, there it is there. Okay, so perhaps that's a different thing entirely. Okay, I will have a look out for that. Oh goodness. One of my controllers broke the RB button, which is a classic. Broke, and I managed to find this controller in the car. Recently just moved, left it in there. What was number 4 that was already? And yeah, but it seems so the right thumbstick is a little bit buggered as well. Okay, so this is a shack. Boils. Okay, so this is not the same thing. This guy's got a nice feast going on there. Yeah, it's. I have a feeling it was just because it was in the car for about 3 months. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. I'm hoping the RB button on this controller breaks soon too, and I can just get a new one. What?
What the hell is wrong with you? You're trying to start something? Piss off before I crack you in half.
Okay, so perhaps this is the guy you were talking. This is okay. All right. Well, I won't smack him. He's asking for a good smack, or like a a misericord to the back, but yeah. Cool. I did hit that. So let's get rid of this and trek to whatever this thing is. Looks like it could be a church, perhaps. But yeah, the reason I'm in this area or not Caelid is because I figured that Caelid is a little bit higher level than this. I was picking up +4 smithing stones. Yeah, +4 smithing stones there. And it's only in this area that I've picked up a couple of these. Well, I've actually picked up a few because I've already upgraded this weapon to +7. So I figured, oh well, you know, smithing stones are telling me something. Might as well listen. I haven't been able to successfully fight 2 of these things before. Actually, there's 3 of them. Oh dear. Doomed to fail here. But I getcha. I don't think I'm gonna fight these things, not gonna bother. +2 smithing stone, kinda useless at this stage. Yeah, I've killed a few of them before. I think they're a bit more decent than crabs. Like, I prefer fighting them than crabs. Ew. Not doing that well against this thing though. I do like how a lot of enemies punish you for not this nonsense again. Ugh. They punish you for doing a safety roll. I think so badly. Ew, gross. I think my opinion on the crabs is skewed a bit by Dark Souls 3. And in Dark Souls 3, they're definitely worse. They attack far more aggressively in Dark Souls 3. And there are far fewer openings, I think. Yeah, so they're not as bad in this game, but yeah, that lobster cleaned me up. I've killed a few of them too, so really shouldn't be dying to it. That's okay though. So where are we going? This way. I think I just swallowed a bit of cookie. What really... So, yeah, so Margit was my first encounter with something that really likes to input read you, with his dagger ranged attack. That's a serious looking weapon. And but what you can do with Margit in the early stages of the fight is you can use the barricades, assuming they're still there, to heal. So if you keep distance from him and you get the barricade in between you and him, I wonder if this guy's gonna spit blood at me with a weapon art. does have a bleed weapon art. Ooh. It's a nice parry. So I'll have to be on the lookout for his parry stance, which I think is this. She's getting rolled. I'll do that. This seems to be a cool enemy. I don't think I've encountered this exact skin for an enemy yet. As long as you're... Ooh, so there's an area of effect. It looks like it's half hits you. You need to see if you can parry the jumping R2. Probably not. Most likely could have just been really aggressive with that guy. But that was a cool encounter. Yeah. Yeah, it did start building up, but I also felt a little bit slower. I just explore this. I did find an item here, so that's good. Usually there's a good item in a church. Yeah, enemies that have thrusting weapons, unless you're blocking a lot, I find them fairly challenging. Just because of the amount of attacks they can throw out. And when you, like, I don't know what thrusting weapons are like in this game in PvE, but in the other Souls games, they tend to be, you know, you just do a lot of attacks. And especially against bosses that have big windows, you can just lay down a lot of DPS on them. And if you're playing a build that doesn't want to, like, if you're not blocking, the same can happen to you if you're not careful. This is pretty cool. Oh, it's sunken. Okay. Temple Quarter. Okay. Well, I'm keen to see if there's a dungeon here. Boring. It's an interesting concept for an enemy, the flower things, but they just sort of zone you out. I do want to find... Ooh, chest. I do want to find a bow that I can use, that I can take into the mid-game with me. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like, let's look at what bows I have already. That's pretty cool. Hand ballista. 30 strength. I want to have a look at what this looks like. That looks pretty intense. I don't think I'll be using that, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, I only have a short bow and some crossbows. That one might be okay. I don't mind leveling Dex, where you can meet the White Mask guy again. Okay. I don't mind leveling up a bit of dex because I am using the Misericordia, or the Misericord, however they're spelling it in this game. Misericord, and that is dex scaling. Pretty bad dex scaling, but yeah. Because I'm using a hammer, I'll stagger stuff a lot, especially tougher enemies, and I can pull out the Misericord, and it does an enormous amount of damage. Coming out of nowhere. Okay. Ew. Gross. The Ninja Turtles, they're gonna get me. There are a few of them as well. I don't know if their weapon is giving them a considerable amount of damage absorption or what, but... Ooh. That's an interesting move. Yeah, I've got the critical hit talisman on, which I'm finding very useful for this kind of encounter. Because you can just farm HP once you learn how to critical hit enemies properly. You can just farm HP off them. And then you get the natural effect of when you clear out mobs, you get the flasks back as well, which is really quite nice. Yeah, kind of just walked into a decent amount of those dudes. Oh, okay, poisoned. Bit insane. These things are hilarious. I don't think I'll use my Misericord for this guy though. Who's that? Ah, yeah, cool. Yeah, definitely keen to see if there's an interior to this area. Like if one of these churches creeping up. Alright. I've only fought one of these things before. Okay, it's a bit unfortunate, but that's right. Should be able to get another stagger on it. Okay, let's see if we can get this riposte. Definitely a fairly annoying attack. Okay. Got rid of that annoying enemy. That's good. Yeah, it looks like the main structure there, so if we look at anything, this will be where potentially we find something. Perhaps not. Check that out. Get good idea. I got rid of it. It's nice. These things look dangerous. Weird. Ooh. That looks like a dragon to me. classic turn attack. That's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, we should be able to get this thing. It looks like it has the same moveset as the other dragon. Definitely going to be a long way away. Let's get this crap off my taskbar as well, because it's not going to come in handy, and it's just in the way. And ideally we want to switch between flasks and the ring. It would have been good to have found a Grace closer by. I'm surprised there's no Stake of Marika, but maybe you actually need to interact or find it in order to make use of it. Yeah, that's the Blood Church, I believe. Didn't actually check this out. Could be dangerous though. +2 smithing stone, not bad loot, but not the greatest, just because we've already maxed out the +2 smithing stones on this weapon, and I think I've got enough to bring 2 other weapons up to +6, which should be ample. Like eventually I'll settle on a riposting weapon, and then we'll look into the weapon we want to take into late game. Alright, time to fight the dragon again. Timed it. We can hit the head. Okay. I don't think the head's worth it. Bit of missed damage opportunity there. attention to what he's doing. They've had the same attack since mid-year. Felt as though I probably didn't actually deserve that. Come on. Oh no. That's such a shame. Would have been great to have gotten the post stop on him. Miserable would have done some decent damage, I reckon. Massive area of effect on that. Nice. That was a lot of runes. Okay, so it looks like once you kill a dragon, you collect the ability to trade at that dragon shrine, which is pretty cool. Yeah, not particularly these things. Not a particularly inspiring moveset, I would say. I don't know if I'm bothered with that thing, to be honest with you. But alright, looks like it's just regular land back there, and I do want to finish off the swamp. So, let me see. Let's go here, and then push back into the swamp. I don't think we pushed that way actually. That's right. Definitely very wary of finding little dungeons in these ruin type things. Yeah, I don't think I came back here, so... Okay, some jellyfish. Ooh, this does look like a cave. Very nice. Yeah, that was a ton of runes. Okay, let's put our stuff back on our taskbar. Yep. Those bloody things. Wouldn't mind if just avoid that if I can. This kind of looks like a new enemy. Oh no, I haven't encountered these guys. I actually encountered them in Caelid, actually, didn't I? Poison as well. That's okay though. Quite a few of these big things. The big flowers. Nice. Probably heal now. Ooh, that's unfortunate. We'll leave you alive. I want to kill the last bat if I can. Before doing that. Okay. Maybe there are only 2 bats. No. That's right, I'm sure whatever he had wasn't particularly interesting. Oh, that wasn't a proper item. That was just a pillage. They're just gonna keep feeding me these one-hit backstabs. And I'm going to eat this HP. Actually, this is a permanent drop-off. I might let the poison fully wear off. Yeah. Cool, boss fight. Looks like I might just be poisoned here. Clean Rot Knight. That's a really heinous anatomy. I feel as though some of these bosses are just mobs. Like, how much poise does this guy have left? None. Okay. Yeah. Like, I feel as though that's going to become a mob enemy. It just doesn't seem strong enough to be a boss. Even the moveset, I think. Yeah, I think we're done here. Yeah, looks like we're done. So what I might do is I might drop down to where all those flowers were. Might be a bit of a suicide run, but I do want to see if there's items down there. Okay, well... that's not the extent of it. Let's keep going. That is the extent of it. Okay. I would have thought that they'd make that more enticing. Like, if you look at Earth and Peak, you know, there's a trade-off between... between taking poison damage and fighting enemies and getting pretty decent loot, like really decent loot actually, especially for that part of the game. But yeah, they decided that they didn't want to give you any good loot. I'll take the +4 rune there. One thing that is a bit, I don't know if it's a gripe, like I think I know why they did it, but they decided that they wanted to, instead of uniquely naming stuff, let's sit down on the Grace. Instead of uniquely naming stuff like the rune items and the smithing stones, they just used indexation, numeric indexation of it. Whereas in the past games, they had specific names for the different levels of thing. I think I can guess why they did that. You know, I have +5 smithing stones, which is, you know, obviously pretty high, and who knows if they get higher. And then you also have different levels of your Twinkling Titanite variety as well. And then you have the different varieties of runes. So they might have had that in the game, like they might have been tossing and turning about that and just decided that they were going to leave it as numeric index because it's easier to understand, like instead of just saturating the game vernacular with all this crap, all these names, could get quite confusing, so they just decided, well, the numbers make more direct sense. It's just definitely not as immersive. Quite a few bats here. Nice. Remind ourselves what this guy was selling, actually.
Not every...
Not quite as interesting. Let's go talk to Rhea the Scout and see what she has to say. Because it looks like we did find her quarry.
The thug should be resting at an ease.
Let's head in that. Oh, we just fast travel to it. And let's ask him for the necklace. See what he does.
What the hell is wrong with trying to start something? Piss off. Show me, and I'll consider parting. I'm not in love with it or nothing. You're a shrewd one, she. First, you...
Please. Oh, yes. That is my missing necklace. Thank you kindly. I am in your debt. Did I forget to announce myself? I am Raya, in the service of Lady Tanith of the Volcano Manor. I seek the stalwart Tarnished, who might join our house. You are very brave yourself. Not only a steady hand, but a steady heart. Merciless. Such strength is please.
Cool.
Brave Tarnished. Seek the Altus Most Tarnished are doomed to what you are no ordinary. The Volcano Manor will fully extend.
Sweet. I like a good invitation. So let's see. Most of this lake I have done other than this top end bit. And I came back down from the approach. So, let's get rid of this and head to this shore. What is this? Oh, it's a snail. Okay, probably not too interested in murdering all these guys. Yeah, come on, come on. Looks like there's a bear. Killed all those things already. Looks like we can get up this way. Definitely feels like the toughest bear we've encountered. Come on. Ah, damn it. Probably try and get under and heal. Gross. Bit dangerous standing in front of it like this. Nice. Pretty decent fight. Definitely the toughest of all the bears we fought so far. Little baby bear there, that's a bit unfortunate. Seems like an interesting encounter. Potentially a fight. It is a fight. Oh, wow. Nice. Hmm. A lot of petrified things here. Sweet. Yeah, this is curious. Obviously this place has quite the history. Let's see if we can make our way up to this fort. Get rid of that spellcaster at the top first before we deal with anything else. In any kind of group gank encounter, dealing with anything that has ranged first is the strat. Oh dear. Interesting sword there. Might just be able to drop down here. Okay, so we did teleport to the academy. So it looks like this area in general is a very magic area. Ah, that's kind of cool. That's a chasm. Absolutely destroyed. Just going around pressing buttons. Okay, so we maybe head there. Looks like a structure. Head along the road though, most likely to encounter a grace along the road. Also tempting to head up here actually, because I misjudged what that chasm actually was. I thought that chasm, the other side of it, would take us back to the start of the level, but no, actually, it's this way. Potentially don't want to push too hard this way. because this is, yeah, it's kind of going back the opposite direction to where I want to explore. It's a cool little plant. Yeah, pretty happy going for these structures here, like this whole area actually. Might hit this first though, because they could be independent of each other. Kind of smells like there should be a cave at the end of this little back road. So these guys are the jailers. Last time we encountered them was in the jail in Caelid, so I'm kind of thinking there is a cave around here. So wonder if that's purely visual. Yeah, the Volga militia. Definitely expecting something here. Looks like there's something out there. Ah, it's just a dead guy in a chair. Classic. Certainly hope this isn't a dead end. Weird. It's kind of looking like it is. Alright, well I am going to take a break to have dinner. And then after that we'll explore down here. So it definitely looks like there's heaps of stuff. And that I'm pretty sure that's Stormvale. Yeah, it's got to be Stormvale. And then what we'll do after that is probably make our way down this stretch here. Let's see how many smithing stones I have. Only 2. Yeah, so we'll need 2 more before we can progress to +8. And then 8 more, I'm pretty certain. I really want to explore this and this. I think they might be mines. Yeah. Alright, I shall return probably in about an hour, 90 minutes, maybe 90 minutes, a bit longer. And yeah.